Some of the stories are just amazing that you talk about. I saw things and some guys talked about stuff that happened in Vietnam. There was some UFO incidences there that happened on a couple of the rivers. I mean, and it just goes on and on and on. And you're like, well, listen, not everybody can be lying about this.
No.
And most people, I mean, with some of the strange things that I've seen, I didn't go running out. Let me tell everybody about it. You know, we happen to be having this conversation now, me sharing those one with the red lights. The funny part was the night that I saw those lights, Donna was gone from the house. My neighbor was gone. The kids were all gone. I couldn't share it with anybody. I'm like, I want to show somebody, you know, but I couldn't. My phone wouldn't pick up the red light, so I couldn't even videotape it to show anybody. But so you're like, well, how do you validate that?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, Mike said he was seeing stuff again.
He saw some red lights in the sky.
What's he taking?
What's Mike smoking? I need some of it.
So, you know, you kind of keep them to yourself. But at some point, as this thing becomes more and more relevant, someone's going to let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah.
And they're going to come out and say, hey, man, these things exist. We're not the only ones here. You know, unfortunately, religion isn't set up like you thought it is. And I think people, too, are afraid, well, if it's not set up like that, why should I be a good guy then? I mean, why not just go out here and rob and kill? And,
Right.
I mean,
It's going to be all the dots are going to be connected.
And listen, you're either a good person or you're not. You know, you're either a shitbag and do the right thing because it is the right thing to do, or you're one of those guys that just isn't. I mean, if you're obviously hurting animals, I know that a bullet will resolve that real problem real quick. You're kind of that guy that's going to hurt animals. You know what I'm saying? So we're at a place right now with mankind where I think about every 50 years there's a significant change in the way we think about things. You talk to people today about certain events that have taken place. I think we've all seen something that is kind of odd or out of place would be considered paranormal. But who do you tell? You know, and there's so much of this. Are you really looking for attention, Mike?
Right.
Yeah.
Is this how you're trying to get all the attention? Maybe your parents didn't love you very much, and this is what you're doing. But listen, at the end of the day, something is going on. And when we see this stuff that Danny's picked up on his, we see it on TV shows, it's the same exact whatever it is that we're looking at there. There's something going on.
Yeah.
And how they're all interrelated and how they correspond with each other is still yet to be seen. But I think that through some great podcasts and some information telling and the stuff that Rogan's doing and you're doing, you start to connect the dots. And I think at the end of the day, man, we'll get this figured out. Dude, right now I think we've covered it. I just really want to find out more about the Brazilian story.
Yeah, me too.
That's the icing on the cake. That is.
Hopefully, it just doesn't get like buried on the internet and forgotten. I mean, hopefully, something something's got to happen. Someone's got to come forward and just. They can't keep everyone locked down and keep their lips sealed.
I want to see
forever.
pictures, photographs, video. Again, I don't know how close these guys will really get to there. Again, the scary part is that the Brazilian authorities will kill you. You know, so I was kind of telling you about how
they don't play around.
There are no civil rights there. If they tell you stay out of here or I'm going to shoot you, you better stay out of there. You're going to get shot.
Or
so
delete that video or whatever it is.
So you're taking into consideration your life. Literally, if this is a true event and you're going to go, hey, I'm going to go get the truth. Be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful because I just know, like I say, those guys do not play around from the perspective I've seen them.
Right.
And there's not going to be any warning shots. They don't even know what warning shots are.
Oh my God.
So